That's strange. This is not letting me move this here up. Why is that? As if something is holding that back. Wow. So much for that. That's okay. I'm going to press on. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Come again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say it is a lovely day in which the Most High, a higher has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm just coming to you with the topic. And I'm sorry, I can see the oil on my face. I got oily skin. I'm coming with a topic. And as you can see, it says, be aware of fake chosen ones. I don't know if you notice it's kind of starting to boom. Many people are stating that they are the chosen ones. And you be careful entertaining that nonsense. A lot of it, not all of it. Don't get me wrong, not all of it, but I'm going to cover a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But I want to cover that because I want people to understand uh, being a chosen one is different from being the chosen children. Okay. The chosen ones are those who have been predestined, ordained, mold a certain way in their mother's womb. Um, and they come with the fruits of the Spirit, which is the true fruit of the Spirit. A lot of people think, like ignorant people, I can't even say ignorant because that's such a good word to be placing on people who are just caught in flesh. And they think that what they have and what they got is part of the fruit of the Spirit. It identified they are showing their fruit. But what they didn't understand, the fruit of the Spirit, the fruit of the Spirit, the fruit, it has to be of the Spirit, not of their flesh. Okay. And the things of the world. That can't be the fruit. You see, and I think they got that kind of messed up from the flow up. This goes back again where things you can't really understand if you're not a student of the Ruach HaKodesh, one that teaches you all things. Then people can really get in this book and they just assume that what they have and what they have built up is, and what they have prospered, that is the fruit. No, it ain't. That's the fruit of a fool who think they got something, and that's why they get so. It's easily for those type of people to make videos and to get on here and boast what all they have, just so they can bring you to a level up under them, and you can look up to them. And Yah never he never was involved in that, nor will he. So I want to say, chosen ones, believe this or not, they are people who have been mission. They have strictly been mission to come here. And with this mission that the Most High have placed them on, they go through a lot of things. And a lot of it is some of the walk of Yeshua. Some of the walk of the chosen one is like unto Yeshua. See, people thinking that Yeshua came and that only when it says they did this, and they did this to him, or he went through this and he went through that. I think people fail to forget they was after his life and to take his life while he was still in his mother's womb. You see? So they was after him before he was even born. Mhm. So believe this or not, he himself was what one would call the black sheep. Mhm. He was one that one would call the black sheep. Okay. Many people say that I am the black sheep of the family, but yet I'm the chosen one. A lot of times, in a lot of cases, many are, okay, because one of the characteristics are being hated by those that's your kids. Okay. You can be hated many ways. You don't have to be hated uh, 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 because you are chosen one. You can be hated because your actions, the way you have lived your life. You can be someone who can't seem to or desire not to do anything that's right, but that don't make you the chosen one, because you have taken your life and you decide to do this that's wicked, this that's evil, this that wicked, this that's evil. And yet you look back at it and you see that everybody is hating on you, and they have just reason to not hate you but dislike your actions, and it brings on a mindset of not liking you at all. A chosen one is one who don't fall under those categories. See, a lot of you all didn't know that. A lot of the chosen one has gone through some heated things in life. And right today, they can tell you what all they have gone through and still can remember. But yet you see them still walking with their heads up, okay? And you wonder, how did they get from A to where they're at today after all they have gone through? Okay. Those are those who know that they are chosen. They would have to have characteristics. They would have to have ways like unto that. You know, right now on YouTube, a lot of people are making videos saying that I was a chosen one. And the main thing that I'm hearing is everybody disliked me. No one liked me. That is one of the characteristics, but it's not the overall. So be aware. Don't get locked in to listening to that, because what Sister Deborah did, she heard at least four. And each one I also was able to discern a couple of them were demonic. They were strictly demonic, but they were calling themselves the chosen one. You see, what people think is the Most High did not cross his T's nor dot his I's, as we say in this on the earth, but he did. That means that just because he put out there chosen doesn't make you be the chosen one he's speaking of. And I think it's really sad, because as I was reading, I saw where he has the chosen children that he chose. Okay, but separate from those children that he chose, he also have his own chosen one. You see, for him. And I'm going to go over those verses so you'll know that Yah's chosen one is not the whole house of Israel. That was he chose them as his children. But the chosen ones are the one that came out of his bosom to the earth to walk on the earth, and they will return back into the bosom of the Most High Yah, meaning they will see eternal heaven. Those chosen ones that's here from directly from Yah, oh, they're going to return back with no doubt. You see, And they're gonna be what he says, blameless. And a lot of people thinking that's the house of Israel, the whole house of Israel. A lot of people really thinking the whole house of Israel is going to be saved. You all got to understand, he has a small remnant that he's going to deal with when he get ready to take um, them over to the promised land. Okay, why is it a small remnant? Is he talk if he's talking about the whole house of Israel? The whole house are not going to enter the new Jerusalem. Now, his chosen ones, I'm gonna tell y'all something else you all do not know. The one that he has chosen is connected to his elect. Okay, the ones he said, if it was so, it would fool the elect. He said, if it was, because the way I shaped them before the foundation of the world and mold them before they was in their mother's womb, I predestined them and I ordained them for my sake, for me personally. Okay. So they're going to return to the New Jerusalem. They're going to return to the New Jerusalem. It ain't all about them being able to enter into the promised land, because what a lot of people don't understand, it's not over once you get to the promised land. And I think that's kind of sad, because in this new awakening, in this newfound Hebrew Israelite movement, they have shut down Deuteronomy 28 so bad that they don't even understand the power of Yah. They have closed down the power of the Most High Yah. And like shut him down totally. Why you say that, Sister Deborah? Because if you go into Deuteronomy and you shut down what he said should come to pass, then what's the next step? Something is happening after Deuteronomy 28. But how can the people enter into what's next if they have not even accept what was before in Deuteronomy end? See, he's not going to comfort you until you are totally destroyed. And that's why you're still here past your 400 years. In case you didn't know that. It's because he's coming for you once you are totally destroyed based on his word. Not based on what these people are talking about on this platform, which is that's fine with him. That's fine with the Most High Yah. He said, Deborah, they've been following these people for thousands of years. I'm not expecting them to turn around and get it right. But you tell them, I already spoke it into existence, whether they like it or not. And the reason why I say that, and I don't know where he's taking me with this, because that's not even my topic. Y'all know my topic was be aware of the fake chosen one, but I guess he's going to tie it in. The reason why I say that is there are many on this platform still justifying and clarifying all the issues that's going on. It's based on a reason. That's not accepting Deuteronomy. When you justify and clarify, you're clarifying that, oh, these things that's happening is because this. No. Until these people come to understand that the judgment of the Most High Yah is in the center of them, and that until they are destroyed, and who's going to destroy them? He said, until they are destroyed. So he got a curse on the house of Israel until they are destroyed. Once you are destroyed, then he's going to come in and he's going to take on you from there. But he has to allow his word to be fulfilled according to what he already prophesied. And it makes so much sense, y'all, because it's like saying, you brought us here to Deuteronomy 28. You knew where they would be even to today. Okay? But neither nor will accept the curse itself. It's in full denial. So what are we doing? We're going past 400 years, y'all. And we're going to continue until the being destroyed is so noticeable to where everybody's going to say, we destroyed y'all. You're going to meet them. Oh, you see, we destroyed. That's what until they come together, and they will. His word is gonna be about what he say and say what he's about. Until Sister Deborah run up on many others and see that, Father, no, I see it. Father, I see it. Even in myself, I see it. So I'm not a denial. I am one who has embraced and salute the curse of the Most High Yah and his judgment. Because I already know, until we are able to see, we as a people are destroyed. Then the deliverance that's coming to allow us to come out of Babylon, okay, he has to have us exactly where he prophesied we would be destroyed. Okay, they destroyed now. I'm coming to get them. That's what he's saying, y'all. That's all he said. Have they been destroyed yet? And you know what? Whether you like it or not, Sister Deborah been saying this almost a year. What is going on with these people? Don't they know the judgment of the Most High is in the midst of a whole year, probably a little over? Do they not see the judgment? What is going on? Why are they doing this? And people talking about so much yang, 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 yang. And I understand. A part of them talking that yang, yang, yang on this devil platform, guess what that is? They already destroyed here. They don't know it yet. That's why they don't talk about the Most High Yah. They rather get the glory and the praise for themselves. Why? Because they're crazy. This is gone. It's gone. If he say he don't share, he's a jealous Yah, and then he don't share his praise and his glory, then what makes you think that you're going to get on this devil platform and grab all the glory and all the praise and all the honor along with your likes and your subscriber, and he gets nothing out of the message that you give it? You're gone. You don't know you're gone, but you're gone. So what is going to happen is, until we are at the point where we see each other, we bump heads with each other, you all going to get on here, you're going to say, Deborah gone. Sister Deborah is gone. You see? I already can see everybody else gone. I'm seeing it. I'm looking at it the way he has given it to me to behold. And first of all, if he said it, it got to come to pass. And then I was telling my son in the car today, I said, and not only that, and my son is my oldest daughter and my oldest son is sharp, y'all. They are sharp. And he say, Mama, I said, compress. He say, Mama, that mean crush. Wait a minute, you mean crush? Wait a minute, that mean crush. I said, he was saying something like that. Then he looked it up in the Bible. He said, Mama, he said a woman is going to compass a man, or he said a compass or compress. He said both words in different, one going ahead, pass, like passing them up, and one meaning to crush. He was just showing me the two definitions, okay? But what he was saying is, he was in the word and he was just looking at the verses while me and him was talking today, and he was saying that he asked me a question. I felt so sad for him. He's 42. I felt so sad for him. This is what he said. He said, Mama, how will the tail become the head and the head become the tail if the tail? Now this is listen to this, y'all, and I'm gonna see if y'all gonna get this. Now listen to what I'm saying. He said, Mama, how can the tail become the head and the head become the tail? What if, this is what he said, what if the tail don't want to become the head? He said, Mama, the tail might not even want to become the head. I said, Raymond, I think that's what's going on. That is exactly even about what I'm talking about. How they disown Deuteronomy 28 at the end. They disowned it at the beginning too, but I'm just saying, and until we have been able to look on, like I'm gonna tell you what they said. They're saying that they're seeing people that's walking around acting like zombies. Our people. They seeing people that now it's women just killing men. Our people. They say that there are men in great numbers killing women based on a lot of these men that's on these devil platform, stirring up hate in the men's heart. And the men are going out having the power and the law in their own hand, taking it on themselves. Everything. It don't even have anything to do with the law. Anytime you can walk in the house and kill a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and then kill the mother too, something wrong. Anytime you can walk in the house and kill your brother or your blood brother and your mother, and then they ask you what happened, you can't even tell them. All you're doing is sitting up there knowing you just killed. And it's like you just had a birthday party in your mind. These things are going on whether you like it or not. That's what the Father kept telling me, Deborah. And I know y'all remember me saying this. He kept saying, Deborah, this need be. This need be. Remember I was saying that? I kept telling y'all. He kept telling me, Deborah, it's okay. This need be. Because I was hooping and I was hollering about all these things that I was beholding in the wilderness. And I'm like, oh, they doing this. They doing, oh. And I'm just going crazy. And he had to calm me down. And when he gave me Deuteronomy 28, it brought 100% closure. They gone. So therefore, we can walk around here and say anything. And guess what happened? You got people who've been on here for years trying to teach this thing. And the way they trying to teach it so deep in their flesh till they missing the spiritual part and the truth of the matter. They trying to teach it like, okay, these things are going on, and what's going on with these black people, and these black people doing, these Hebrews are doing, Hebrew Israelites, this and they doing that, and they need to get themselves together. Do they understand this? And do you understand? You still don't understand. So how are you going to be on this devil platform teaching after you've been getting your glory and you've been getting your praise? You don't know how to teach spirit and truth. Because the truth be told, you can't teach nothing but what you've been teaching. Because y'all has stripped you from if people have been on this platform, let me tell you what he's doing. If they have been on this platform and not use it to serve him 100, and it be about them, their subscribers in their life, he has let them go. He has let them loose. And they on this devil platform hooping and hollering in their messages about what's going on and why isn't we as a people like this and like that. You know what? You're the same one been teaching the people for the last 20 years. Why are you saying the same thing that you've been saying since you've been on here? By now, you should have revelation of what's going on. Sister Deborah been on here almost 4 years, and I'm giving you the fullness of the end of it all. Because if Sister Deborah can sit here and tell you that Deuteronomy 28 says there you are destroyed, what have these people been saying in these 20 years they've been on here? So that leads me to understand what y'all say. He turned them loose. He had to have. So in them, they don't think they're doing everything to represent Yah, even though they get on here and they might say Yahuwah, 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 Yah, and all this here, Yeshua, Hamashiach, the Messiah, and all this. When they finish, he has let them loose to be lost, first of all, within themselves. So if they lost within themselves, how can they lead? They can't. So he's letting them continue to lead those who want to follow them while they still lost. Because right now, we in midnight hour, you ain't got no time to be teaching, well, next person doing this and this person doing this, and I don't know why they doing this here and this is going on. Do y'all understand? The Bible said that it's going to come a time that we are going to be hated. You see, he talked about us being a byword. He talked about how people are going to see us. Now, you think they're going to see us like that and we ain't doing nothing? Come on now. I know we want to claim we the people, we the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's the reason why they doing it. Y'all done lost your mind. But you lost it in a different way. Because you really think you got your head screwed on and you don't. Until we are destroyed mentally, we ain't getting up out of here. So Sister Deborah already admit, I don't have no shame. I've been in the corner and I'm going to stay there because the corner is for me to surrender, and I'm seeking him in that corner day and night, night and day. When I toss and turn in the midnight hour, first thing I want to do is say, Father, I'm nothing without you. And I just thank you for being who you are. I'm constantly, why? Because the fear of Yah is on me, y'all. The fear of Yah is upon me. So I don't have time to just think that life is all peachy king and all this. I want to think of it as he has given it to me. My topic was be aware of the chosen ones. But what he's letting me do is to usher that also into the chosen one. Everybody you see on this devil platform, I don't care if they got 1 million subscribers, don't assume that they are the chosen one. I know, because what you're doing exactly what the world does. The world sees people being famous and put them as angels from heaven and treat them like they all this and all that. We had a young man that passed away a day ago, Kevin Sanders or whatever his name is. I don't know him, and I don't care to know him. And I thank the Father from I don't have to know him, because Yah was showing me. He said, "See, Deborah, you said it. You always put things in parables for those people." And it is so true, because I told y'all, when the devil put an album on, you see every last one of these Negro, Hebrew, Israelite people on here dancing to the music. Dancing to the music means they want to cover the story. Why do you want to cover the story of someone who didn't have your father best interest in? Why should somebody be glorified or spoken of out of your ugly mouth, except you as ugly as the individual? Because it shouldn't be about every time the devil put an album on, he knows that the devil knows how. And he's very, very good with wearing out these Hebrew Israelite people, males and females, males and females. He know how to run them up and run them down. All he had to do is use YouTube and Facebook, put an album on, and they get their dance. Oh, I got to get some subscribers. Let me cover this story. Let me cover this story. And a lot of times they don't even understand. You covering something so wicked and evil. What do you got to cover? That has nothing to do with the Most High. You're taking the glory that you could be giving him and praise that you could be giving him. You're taking it and entertaining somebody else, because the devil put the album on. That's how the devil do. He knows how to get Black people to walk straight in his route. And this is what I say, Father, how is it so easy for these people to walk the way the devil tell them to go, but they can't walk the way you say anything? Your instructions and direction, they refuse. But the moment the devil put an album on, and the album represent anything that's happening in the world, I don't care, it can be so dark, because the young man that passed away, the whole overall is so dark. Even how he died, it's got to do with Satanism and so evil. I'm talking about what I can discern, to the point where it's not important for me to cover anyone in that capacity. And I told y'all what, Sister Deborah's sitting here with her ugly self. I'm sitting here waiting for the 2 prophets, and these Negroes over here talking about a man that has said this. Everything he have said has showed you that he's who he served. So why are you over there serving him and he gone? I don't get it. Because they want the subscribers. They want the likes. They want the praise for their channel. Those are not people that are chosen, y'all. Those that are chosen, he says what? They are for him. So you can't be for him over here and over there, over here for the devil. Every time he put an album on, they put Will Smith, and what happened here? They're all of them try to cover it. 2 and 3 videos. Those are not people chosen. You are chosen because you know your destiny. You know your 99.1 trillion of them that be on this devil platform. Now one of them can tell you their purpose. They can't even tell you their purpose. You know why? They don't know where it's at. They don't know what I don't know who I am in Ahia. I don't know who I am. They don't even know who they serving. They don't know nothing about the right hand and the stretched out arm. They don't know nothing about Christ. They just think that, okay, I can read this book and I got it. And Yah has suffered them to have it all these years. And yet they still lost. Because whenever the devil can put right here today, a video said a red scarf and a blue scarf are having meeting. Next thing you know, all these Hebrew Israelite, male and female, are grabbing that, okay, and dispersing it out into the world as if it's something to cover. They don't see that the devil is trying to stir up gang war, gang riot. They just want to cover anything the devil put out on that album. He put that album on, they all start dancing. They start dancing. Dancing means coming up, doing videos and so on and so on. That's because they've been doing it for so long. That's the best they can do. Guess what they told me today? They're gone. They are people who actually is gone for real. Actually gone. God has not called no one to stay up on all these famous people when he know where their destiny. Why would y'all send you to cover all these people and these famous people on your page so you can get recognition? Not him, but you. But he gonna call you. Those are not chosen people, y'all. Not of the Most High or higher. Now, I want to first go with James, chapter 2 of James. Chapter 2 of James. I just had it and I flipped it off. James 2, chapter 2, verse 5. James chapter 2, verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not Yah chosen the poor of the world, rich in faith? Have he not chosen the poor of the world, rich? They are rich. They are rich. They are rich in faith. Hold up, Father, Yah. These people on this live don't understand what you're talking about. Tell them, Deborah. Listen to this. Hearken, my beloved brethren, have not a higher, let's say, I have not Yah chosen, past tense, the poor of this world, rich in faith. The poor is rich in faith. Why is that? Because there are those that he has what? Chosen, that are poor, but they have the gift of faith already invested in them. He chosen them poor, but were they rich in faith? They're not rich in materialistic things and money and YouTube subscribers and likes. They're not rich in that area. He said they rich. Where are they rich? Rich in faith. Isn't that neat? They heirs of kingdom. They are the what? Heirs of the kingdom which he has promised to them that love him. See? Love is given, gave in Yah. Him. They have given him their heart. They have given them their mind. They have given him their spirit. They have given him their what? Strength. The first, the strength. The first commandment. They already given it back to who it belonged to anyway, so they gave it back. These are the poor. They have given Yah all of who they are, but they rich in faith. Where did that faith come from? Faith is a gift from Yah. Faith is not something you can stir up yourself, or you can get because you've been in the church 20 million years, or you can get because you've been on YouTube and Facebook following these people on here. That's not faith. He's letting you know they are rich in faith because I gave it to them. I gave them that. I gave them the gift of faith. Faith is a gift from the Most High Yah. It is a spirit that he has given. Who has he given to? The chosen. He calls also the chosen, they are poor. They are poor. They are poor of this world. The poor of this world, rich in faith. See, why we thinking that It's about what they're teaching in this newfound religion and this new awakening. Y'all so far from behind. It's just sad. And I think that I'm gonna tell y'all something that's really sad. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't mean to hurt nobody, but to not know what Deuteronomy, the end of Deuteronomy is saying about us being destroyed, we're gonna sit right here. We're gonna watch each other die, get killed, get murdered. We're gonna watch each other go crazy. All of this stuff our people are doing. I already know that. Because Charles asked me, he said, "You'll be watching the people." I said, "Yeah." When they come into my store, I watch the how would I call them? The Hebrew Israelites. I call them like that. I watch them the way they act. And I mean, it is off the chain. No integrity, no morals, no standards about them. And I don't care if they pull up in a beautiful car and dressed from head to toe. They have no integrity about themselves. No standards, no morals. The morals, because you can tell the way they communicate and the way they act. You know, it's real. They are real sharply, very, very unattractive the way our people conduct themselves. And they can't just form, like, say, for instance, if they had a craft show and our people, why do you think our people tends to not come? If they say it starts at 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., guess what time our people will come? They're going to come around about 8 when it's dark, when it's getting dark. So they all start coming out in crowds. After everything is finished, everything is over, a lot of the food has been sold. They don't think. They can't think. This is gone, just like my father said it would be. So a lot of things have been showing this to us, and it hurts me dearly when I see people who've been on this devil platform for so long stand and have the audacity to teach message as if something is new under the sun. That they don't know why this is this and this, and if they keep doing this here and they do. No, he don't want you to stand on no mountain and cry loud, because the cry has already been out. Read Deuteronomy, the end of it. He don't want us to stand nowhere and cry to your people. No, he do not. You ain't cried in years. Why are you crying now? And if anyway, we are past that. We're in the midnight hour. It's time to cry to the people in repentance. Surrender to the Most High Yah. Get your butt in that corner and trust in him. It ain't time to open my mouth to stand on a mountain and cry out. No, that is not of Yah in where we at today. His word is being fulfilled with your cry or without it. Your cry standing on a mountain crying out ain't gonna stop the will of the Father that has already walked itself almost out. So what you gonna cry for? It's too late. His word gonna be fulfilled. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So here it is. I'm driving, and my son is like, "Wow, I wonder why they arguing with each other. What?" He says stuff like that because he's not in none of that. So he's trying to piece, why is it we have to be like that? And that's like I told him. And I showed him in Deuteronomy today. I showed him other scriptures that shows you who we really is. And when he saw that, he was saying, "You know what, Mama?" He said, "I read that." See, he already read it. But it didn't make any sense to him until I told him what it's saying, you see. So it's a lot of things that we all need to understand about this walk. Don't assume people that they are chosen because they've been on this devil platform for 50 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. And this new thing coming out saying that I'm the chosen one. Baby. Do you know it's a price to pay in this flesh to be a chosen one? Because your spirit is already chosen to return back to the new Jerusalem. But you got to walk this flesh out until Yah called you back to the new Jerusalem. So therefore, there's a consequences. There's a things that happens to you and have happened to you since you was young. I can remember it all. People say, "Well, how could you remember?" I called my little sister. She ain't a little sister, but she's a little sister. She's my youngest sister. And I think my youngest sister is like She should be 58. And I was saying to her, because my daughter last year, and I was telling her it feels so good to have all of your children graduate. And I have a couple of, Raymond went to college, Crystal, Jonah. So three of them went to college, but I'm just still saying, and I was like so excited. Let me share this testimony with you all. I was so excited, and I was sitting here talking to her dad about, we thought about those days and when our last one is graduating. Here it is. This is her year. I'm so excited. I remember my dad seeing my little sister, which is the last child, graduate. The impression on my daddy's face was off the chain, you guys. The look that, see, my daddy only went to the third grade. Okay. My mother went to the sixth grade. Okay. So therefore, seeing this on my dad, I'm sure without a doubt he was always at all of our graduations. But I was there sitting next to him and mom at my youngest sister's graduation. And the look that was on his face, y'all, a father looking, because, he's seeing he had seven. My mother had seven. His last daughter, his last child graduate. It just did something to him. Okay. It just, he was so happy. Y'all should have seen that smile on that man's face. And so I called last week my youngest sister to explain to her that I didn't know if you knew this, but I want to share. My father he has passed away, but I told her, I said, I wanted to share something with you. I said, Doris, you remember at your graduation? She said, yeah. I said, I want to tell you how proud Daddy was to see you graduate and get your diploma. He was so proud of you. If you could see his face, it would do something to you around by now. If you could see the look that he had on his face, he was so proud of you. I said, Doris, he had the biggest smile. He was just so proud of my little sister, graduating. Now, he was at all of our graduations. You know what she said to me? She said, oh, thanks. I didn't even know he was there. And I sit back and think about, out of all my mother's children, I can sit and say things to them and they be like, oh, I can't remember that. I didn't know that. And I'm like, you was there. It just does something to me. It just does something to me, because it's like they don't, it just things I can't knock them for it, but they don't seem to remember anything in life, period. And here it is. I can remember when I was 4 years old, down in the basement, call myself talking to the Most High. I ain't call myself. I was talking because I was mad a couple of times at him. I remember that. But when she said that, that just deadened me. And Charles was sitting here in the kitchen, and we were so excited because both of us, we started crying. We was just tears running. We was excited because, okay, 6 kids, and this is the last one. We did a good job raising them, and I, honestly, raising them. But and we got teary-eyed and on, and then that's what made me so excited right then to call my little sister and told her it reminded me of when Dad was there at your graduation, and how he felt. Now I can feel that same way, and I was like, wow, and it was just, and when she said she didn't know he was there, that just dropped my spirit really low. And I said, well, so much for that. And it kind of made me feel kind of sad to even call and bring that to her like that, because I thought that was good news. Oh, I would have said, oh, and it would have made me feel really good. But with her, it just, the spirit of people is not like you want it to be, and it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can say. You can't do anything if someone is at a level and you at a level, and both of you is not on the same level of anything. So that's about right. But people have to understand that people who have been chosen have been put in what you call a black box. And in that little black box, it's really a black box. Family members, old friends, schools that they went to, people at school, teachers that they went to school and been around, jobs that they went to. Everybody have you in that little black box, no matter what. But one thing they never understood, and they never will, that box had light in it, even though they put you in the little black box. Okay, that's what a lot of people call the black sheep of the family. A lot of times when people are saying the black sheep, it's really pretty much, it could be two things to me. I look at it as the black sheep could be someone who always got in trouble, who's always doing things destructive and finding things to get in trouble about, and be always, getting spanked and always getting in trouble and stuff like that. And then the other one can be as well. It's not like that, but it could be one that they put in the black box, and they put there just to, you're in the black box, first of all, to make everybody else feel better. If we got somebody in that black box, then we that are out here on cocaine, on drugs, alcohol, homosexual, lesbian, and murdering and killing and stealing, smoking and cursing, we are doing fine as long as we keep that one in that black box, because all we need to do is keep turning to that black box, and it'll make us feel good about who we are on this side. So it's a reason why they put one in the black box, okay? And this one that's in this black box, if it's a chosen one, you best believe it is nothing they have done that cost the family members the jobs and the friends, old friends, the schoolmates, and everybody to hate them. They're in there because they are the chosen. They are the light. So they put them in the black box. They start, and they start them at a very young age. It's not something they start when you turn 18 and as you get, no. They start as a little child, putting you in that black box and leaving you there. As long as they got somebody in that black box, they can do all kind of wicked and evil, as long as they can direct everything else to that box to keep the focus off of what they're doing. There are parents that has a child that has been humble, quiet, just never had any trouble, never kept up any trouble. They will put that child as in that black box and let every last one of their other children do all kind of destructive things, and they won't say a word. Anything they got something to say about, it's got to be the one that they put in that box. But they didn't understand that while they were in that box, they had light. Now, why is that individual in that box? Because you are the light of the world. Every family has a light in the family. Y'all have always put a light in the household. And if you really get up on the ruach, he will teach you that. It's always somebody, and the one that's in the light and is the light of the world in your family, and the light of your family, they got to put you in that black box. They uncomfortable for you to be outside that black box. They got to destroy you from that level of being in that box. They can't have you, because to have your light out, then it will ruin all the negative things that's going on in the family. So they keep you in that box so that they can be okay about what they're doing. And believe it or not, there's fathers and mothers that okay it like that. And they focus on the one that they know that is the light. They get along with them and support them. And it's amazing. And as children begin to grow up and they have their own children, and even those that begin to grow up and have their own children, they do the same thing. They put one of their children in the box because they feel more comfortable having this one while the other one's cut up from the floor throughout life. Yeah, get them out of anything that they get in. No matter how much wrong they do, they support them. But this one in this box, let me tell you, you just stay over there. Because the light is always put in a little black box and made the black sheep of the family, as a lot of people say. But you got to be careful being the black sheep. The black sheep don't mean you done smoke dope, prostituting, a whoremonger, or you've been stealing in stores, robbing and killing and on cocaine, on crack, and then you running around here, I'm the black sheep. You need to be the black sheep. You done did everything black with the devil. That's not a chosen one. A lot of people, that's why I say be careful, be aware of the chosen one, because of fake ones, because it's so many, it's everywhere, it's booming. I go to my store and Europeans and blacks, they would come in and talking to me, and they was maybe tell me when I haven't seen my family in so long, because they always made me be the black sheep. And then you as you sit here talking to them, then you go, yeah, I was on drugs, I was in rehab, and I got locked up because I shot up a field service station, and all this here. And I'm like, wait a minute, but you're the black sheep for a reason. You see, you got to separate that. And that's what they're not doing on this platform. And I believe Satan has formed this. This is the devil platform, formed it. Let me tell you why. Because there's Negro people, males and females, calling for help, crying out for help. Okay? But they're using it the wrong way when they're trying to say that they are the chosen one. Okay? They don't understand what the chosen one is and who that is. See, they thinking because what they went through in life, where their family reject them, where they schoolmates in their jobs, people on their job, everywhere they go, people are after them, and people are doing this, and people, wait a minute, baby. You better watch yourself, because there's more than what you think. Because there's two chosen ones. Okay? Now, really three. Let's say there's three chosen ones. Yah has chosen the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as the seed carriers. Okay? And their offspring has been chosen to be the nation in which Yah called his children. Okay, but there are those that are chosen because Satan saw them, and they saw Satan, and they decide to walk in his route. So he has his chosen one too. Those are the fake ones. So when they're on here trying to say that I'm the chosen one, y'all probably didn't seen them on here saying that I'm the chosen one. And it's a good topic, but it's on the devil's platform. Who you fooling? He said if it was so, it fooled his very elect. And I'm one of them. I can't be fooled. And as I listened to four of them, two of them I seen straight through it. Darkness, for real. You see, walking in it and out it, in it and in it and in it throughout their lives. And then you the chosen one because you've been walking in darkness. No, baby. Because in that little black box they put the black sheep in, guess what? It's light. So even if you're a black sheep, you walking in the light of the Most High Yah. Even when you in that little box they have put you in. You're not in that box and in darkness and walking therein, meaning your life is, everything you doing is darkness. So be careful with those people, because it can be very interesting, but you got to really be careful, because a lot of it is a trap. It's the work of the Satan on this devil platform. He owns YouTube, and he owns Facebook and all these other places. He owns it all. And because of it, he knows how to play people against one another. He knows it so well. What else? Like I told y'all, and the Spirit was telling me this today. Satan, the wicked ones, has mastered this book, y'all. They have mastered this book from front to back to front. But guess what? They can't master spirit and truth. And the only way you're going to get spirit and truth is through the Ruach HaKodesh. And Satan and his army can't get the Ruach. So therefore, even though they master it and trying to tamper with it, guess what? They can't touch this. You see? They have touched it by making all these movies that tells you this, based on what they have read. But that as far as they go. They don't have spirit and truth, which is the beginning and the end to all things that rest therein, that proceed out of Yah's mouth. They can't get that. So they're missing a lot of it. But they have put pieces together. They have tampered with the prophecies to get you thinking that, to get you turned and believe that the prophecies is taking place right here and over here and over here, and you have to stay with it under the ruach. You have to stay up under the ruach so he can tell you, no, Deborah, it ain't happening like that. It's like this. Oh, Deborah, they trying to smear it again. So stay here. And I like that. Matter of fact, I love it because you can't get lost in the Ruach HaKodesh. It's no room in nowhere near it. It's nowhere in it that you can be lost. But when you walk in darkness, you can be lost. And that's what I'm saying. There's many people on this platform teaching and preaching to these people for years and still trying to figure out why this is happening, and this is happening. Let me explain something to you all. And you all need to know this by now. This is sad, but it's something glad, because as long as you be being destroyed here, I know that my Father's word is being fulfilled 100. And that is this: death and life, they come together. When you come in, you must go out. Okay? You go out after you have been in. Okay? So therefore, one has to come and then the other. Okay? So therefore, it's not something that you're going to go through and I'm not. You understand? So therefore, no matter what, we're going to come in and we're going to go out. Okay? It's people don't understand. He really desire coming in is where you cry and you feel sad and you remorse. I mean, you just feel sorrow. Why? Because you're coming into a world of chaos, wicked, darkness, sin, evil. Okay? And he said, when you die, you are to rejoice because there's no more pain, no more suffering, no more heartache, but he's talking about in him. See, everybody thinking everything he's saying is for me. It's for me. He's talking to me. He's saying it for us. He said, no, he's not. Because everybody that comes in and goes out are not going to the same destiny. So we can't embrace it as if this person come in, but the way that they go out, they don't have no more pain, no more suffering, no more anything. They got to be judged, you see? And that's when the true pain comes. If you're thinking you having a headache, a broken back, a broken neck is pain, let me tell you something. You ain't seen nothing in the lake of fire. You ain't even understood the lake of fire. Because the torment alone is pain, you guys. It's been prophesied to tell us and warn us. But you think people care? No, they don't think I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. They don't understand that death comes with life. Life does not come without death, and death does not come without life. They're hand in hand. But it's not so much as when you come in, you're guaranteed to have hell. So you run around here and think that coming in is more enjoyable, and so woo, and then going out, ooh, ooh, ooh. You see? Oh no, you ain't cried yet, baby. You see? So we cry and we moan because we switch the will of the Father. He said one way you cry. The second way, that person don't have no more problems until after judgment. But they don't have no more pain, no more suffering, no more anything until the judgment. Then when the judgment comes, then that's when he determined hell or heaven. I mean, not hell, but the lake of fire or heaven. Okay? And that is where you feel the true pain that you never felt before. Okay? Because now your spirit is going to be in torment. Okay? Or in eternal heaven. So if a person leave here serving darkness, that it's no hell in heaven you can put anybody in, because he didn't give us that authority. But he has shown us the light to where when we see darkness and darkness is being portrayed in someone's life, it ain't for us to party hardy because they gone. Because it don't end there, baby. Not just for him and nor for you. While you partying and hardying, and you're going to be right in line with the one you thinking you partying about. And a lot of people think that where they at, they can't meet, they can't go to that same destiny. Yes, you can. Because many of you all on this devil platform, you worship Satan. You dance to every music he put up, every album he put on, you begin to dance. And you dance and you sing it to it as you dance. That's when you're making videos regarding the album that the Satan has put on. He knows how to get us as a people to fulfill Yah's word. All he have to do is get us to clown. And that's what we do 100. It's clown. That's why I said, take off them clown clothes. They ain't going to take them off. He said they ain't going to take them off because they don't even think they got them on. So they can't take off what they don't think they got them on. Why they don't think they got them on? Because they're gone here. They don't think that their videos are serving the world. They think their videos represent him. You can't, baby. Your videos, no, even people can be on here all day and all night. Yahuwah, 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 Yahuwah. When you finish, when you serving the devil on this end and every album he put on, you out chasing it, and you feel that it's more important to chase the dirt of people that's gone. That don't even make any sense. All this darkness in the world, we run around here chasing people because they gone. We got a word to say about them. You ain't got a cock and picking word to say about nobody because you ain't too far from where they have had. You ain't too far from them. You ain't even distance from them. So that's how fear of a higher should be in us, to where we're not chasing the things of the world. Now, we know these things are happening, but we're not chasing them to get the stripes and lights. We're not chasing the devil's albums and every plaything he played, because I sat back and I watched everything. I was telling my son, everything the devil does, we chase behind him every time. I don't care what he does. We run right behind him. We got people out here doing things that I have never heard of a day in my life. And I'm 60 years old. I have never heard of the things that I'm hearing now. I ain't never seen nothing like that in all my days. Never. And I'm not going to sit here and feed you a bunch of trash and make you think that, oh, it's all well, and this is the reason why it isn't. No, the reason why is because you got to be fully destroyed, like he has prophesied that until they have been destroyed. They have to run us so far down, and that's not too far, because we already destroyed. We was destroyed because of the curse itself. You see, when we first came over here, we was being destroyed from that time on. Not coming over here. We missed the whole overall about what took place over in Africa. Nobody wants to do the study to say, wait a minute, Africa, you played a big role in this. Oh no, they the same color we are. Those are people. Y'all straight up gone. Straight up. We were standing outside and Troy say, look at that baby in the middle of the street. The little girl couldn't have been probably 1.5. I don't even think the child was 2. Standing in the middle of the street, her dad on the sidewalk, just sitting there. And right at that curve where all the cars speed in, she's standing in the street. He think it's just so cute. We looking up the street and seeing that baby out in that street. Did you know that brother kept that baby out there? Then went out there, give me your hand. I'm like, why would you do this? And then they let her run out there again. I'm like, you see what I'm saying? Gone. Now, you all might say, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's so cute. Oh, see, everything to Black people, melanated people, is cute. Everything. They think everything cute, even to the way they dressing, the way they acting, the way they conducting themselves, the way they wearing their fringes. Everything is just the head wrap, everything. Even to it comes down to their hair being natural. Everything they just think is just so wonderful in our nation. Oh, it's so wonderful. What is it to gain everything the way they say and lose the most important thing to damnation, which is your spirit, to go to hell, to the lake of fire? I mean, then you finish wearing your fringes, you finish wrapping your head, you finish doing all these other things, and then you end up in the lake of fire. Do that make any sense? So wouldn't it be better if you get your spirit right? You see? And let your spirit work from inside out, instead of trying to get yourself to look a role and play a role. Now, again, this topic is to be aware of the chosen one. And here in James chapter 5, no, chapter 2, in James chapter 2, if you read that, you'll see he's not talking about the chosen people. He's talking about the chosen one that he has called. Okay, he said in verse 5, James chapter 2, verse 5, hearken, my beloved brethren, have not Yah chosen, past tense, the poor of this world rich in faith and in heirs of the kingdom, which he has promised to them that loves him. Now that's a different promise. That's not for the promise of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See how they got y'all bent? They got y'all bent. That's not the promise. This here is not the promise. He said the promise to them that love him. So he's letting you know this ain't about the Hebrew Israelite. This is about the ones that he has chosen, the poor in spirit. He's talking about them. They're rich in faith, you see, because they are chosen by him to return until him, to him. These are not the chosen children. These are not the house of Israel. He's talking here. Now, those chosen for the poor of this world and rich in faith, now they're going to come out of there, but they are not the whole house of Israel. You see? Now, let's go to another one here. Let's go to Psalms chapter 4. We just covered it so you understand. People are really into this thing about wanting people to think that they are the chosen one, but they have no characteristics based on spirit and truth. They just want to say that they are who they say they are. And then you ask them, okay, if you're the chosen one, what is your chosen possession? Now, why would he chose you, but then you don't know what you chosen to do? Do that make any sense? 99.9 don't. They don't. They couldn't even tell you. Oh, I'm not supposed to say, or we not supposed to brag on it. They always got words to try to justify and clarify why they don't even know they chosen position. But yet you say you chosen. He chose you in him for a purpose. But if you come here talking about you ain't got no purpose, but you just chosen, that you're not the one, baby. So anybody that's starting their little video saying I'm the chosen one, you better back that up in spirit and truth and stop going run around here lying. I know it's midnight out here, and I know you're trying to find you a place in the midnight hour, but baby, let me tell you something. You ain't fooling nobody but the devil, okay? So dealing out there in this midnight hour is not the place to be, okay? You should be into some form of repentance around about now. Now we talking about Psalms. I hope I got this right. Chapter 4 and verse 3. Psalms chapter 4, verse 3. You know what I did? I wrote it down. Psalms chapter 42. Psalms chapter 42. I just want to give you a little idea of the chosen ones, and they are not the same as the chosen children, or like he chose Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are not the same as the chosen one. Okay. Isaiah, no, what was I saying? Psalms 43 and 3. 43 and 3. Okay. And it reads, I think I got the right one. Oh, send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me into the holy hill and to thy tabernacle. Okay, wait a minute. I got the wrong one here too. Let's see here. That's not it. 42. Okay. Here I'm just going to start with Psalms 43. I think, no, I see where I'm at. I'm in 43. Psalms 42. I did it again. Psalms 42. Okay. And verse 3. Nope, that's not it either, is it? Nope. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, what happened? I must have wrote it down incorrect. I must have wrote it down. Let's see here. Psalms. I did. I wrote the wrong one down. I'm sorry about that. So let's go to Ephesians chapter 18. Let me just try that one. See if I got that one. Ephesians chapter 18. And that's verse 7. Let's see if I done something right. Might have messed that one up too. 7:18. Nope. Oh, look at here, y'all. Do you all believe that all of my Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 4. I got all of the wrong. Isn't that? Let's see, let me check it. Ephesians chapter 1. Yep, I sure do. No, okay, there go one. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. And it reads, okay, according as he has chosen us in him. Didn't I tell you? See, the one that he has chosen in him, coming from out of him, he has chosen you, mold you and shape you in your mother's womb, and predestined and ordained you as a chosen vessel in him. Now listen to this here. Verse Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. According as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy without blame before him in love. All that he is in love. I call it in give and gave. Everything he has given and gave us, we should be looked at as blameless in him. We should be holy. You see, those are the chosen ones. You know, right now, the house of Israel is not holy. You know that. You know that what you're seeing in the world today, the whole house of Israel is not holy. You know that. You have been chosen. There they go, chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. See, people think that the Most High, when he does stuff, it has to be the way we see it to be and not the way he created it to be. But we don't want to step into his will. That's why he said, forget him. Forget you too, Deborah. Y'all ways are not my ways. You know, we don't understand that if you want to tap into his ways, you're going to come into him toward the spirit realm. You're going to bring your spirit into his spirit and y'all going to abide as one. Okay? But outside of that, your thoughts are not his thoughts. Your ways are not his ways. But he can bring you into his thoughts and into his ways, not to be what you call his thoughts and his ways, but he can usher you into it because you are, listen to this, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. So if we are in him, okay, there's something about him that he has allowed us to know. And that's because he's chosen us. He said, if it was so, it would fool the elect. So there's something about the elect. They connected with that chosen one. Now, these chosen ones that's elect is different. Totally different from the children, the chosen children. Okay, totally different. That's why you got two gates. Why did he say, and very few shall find their end? The narrow gate that leads to life everlasting and very few shall find their end if the whole house of Israel is going to enter into that narrow gate. Come on now, think now. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that. We really want to be the chosen ones as the ones that's going to come back and be blameless. You know, enough of us being blameless already now. We've done so much stuff that he haven't blamed. I mean, he hasn't held us liable for it, that it is off the chain. And then here it comes, come judgment, what's happening? No more mercy. Mercy's out the window. No more mercy. You finna be judged according to eternal or to the lake of fire. That's it. No more mercy. Ain't gonna be no more my children. It ain't gonna be no more Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Y'all didn't know they did you. I know it. They don't teach y'all that. It ain't gonna be no more of that. There's not gonna be no more of that. When you get into heavens and you see the 12 tribes, you got to understand those gates that he has already prepared for his heaven to return, even if it's one going in that gate that's listed as one of them tribes. And each one, it can be one. It don't matter. Yah has built it up before the foundation of the world. It was founded in him. Whether you act right or you didn't, it wasn't going to stop him from doing what he had already planned before the foundation of the world. So that goes back to saying that the people that's running around here saying they are the chosen one and want you to think they the chosen one because they on this devil platform. Be careful with these fake chosen ones. Because guess what? Since YouTube been on here, 99.9 are the fake chosen ones, because that's why now they denying Paul. That's why now they denying Christ. I'm telling y'all don't believe it. It is off the chain. The way they're denying everything. But what they did not understand is the same thing the heathens don't understand. This thing didn't say you come by reading. This thing didn't say you come by studying. This thing didn't say it comes by seeing. This thing says it comes by hearing. And guess what? It wasn't 2 ears. It was one, which was the Ruach HaKodesh. You have to be able to hear the Most High Yah teach you, minister to you, show you things to come, reveal things to you. You have to have an ear, and that ear is a spirit that's willing to allow that Ruach HaKodesh to come in you. And how you gonna get it? The power, which is Hamashiach, gonna usher that Ruach in you. And then you're gonna learn from that end. Why you think these heathens didn't master this book and ain't got it right? They didn't master it from the beginning to the end to where they can step into Revelation and get every last one of you fooled. And you all be thinking, they made a movie. And that's the same thing it says in Revelation. No, baby, that's them. They didn't went in here and master it. But one thing they didn't master, and that was spirit and truth. So they ain't gonna master it to the T, baby, because they don't have the spirit and truth to close it out. Nor do you, because you reject everything that he put as a foundation in spirit and in truth. They reject it all on this platform. But the moment the heathens put the demonic spirits put an album on, you see all of the Hebrew Israelite men and women chasing behind the album that's being played. Because now I got to get some subscribers. I got to talk about this topic. How is it you talk more 75% about 80% about 85 90% about the world, and then throw in a 10% about a higher, and 10% don't know nothing. Don't know no spirit and truth, but out here feeding these people. And it's all well. It's all finished, y'all. It's finished. Because if you don't know you're going to be destroyed, that's on you. Now, what happened? You got to walk this thing out and see your sons and your daughters, your mama and your fathers, your husband and your wife being destroyed mentally. Things going to be going on. You're going to be looking at each other saying, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? Why are we thinking like this? Why are we doing things like this? Why are we understanding things like this? It's because you're going to have to be gone here for him to take you up out of here before this place is destroyed. Why? Because he's fulfilled his curse. this is what I almost got off of it, but this is what I was thinking, you all, not thinking. This is what the Spirit gave me today. He said, Deborah, why would I put a curse? And I had it at the beginning and I fulfilled it at the end, but let the people walk out before the end. Why would I put a curse and let you walk out of the curse worse than you walked in it, and worse than why you got there? You're worse. I'm going to let you just walk out of it. I've been doing that since the beginning of time. I didn't destroy you all by great numbers. And y'all still ain't seen my mighty hand, Hamashiach. Y'all don't even know who he is because you're so busy building up on lies. You don't want to accept who I am, my judgment, my chastising, my discipline, because you're stiff-necked, you're rebellion, and you're disobedient. You refuse. And I sit there and I said, Father, if this is not true, I don't know what. So when he was telling me, I need you to go back to Deuteronomy again and make sure this is nailed in you. And I said to him, Father, I read it over and over and over. But then he told me to go in there again. And when it says crushed, until they are crushed, until they are wiped out. No, I didn't want wiped out. There's another word outside of destroyed. And then it had like 4 other verses that says until they are destroyed, until they are ruined. It said something like that. But it's just the idea of that's the end of the curse, y'all. That was the end of the curse. So the only way we can get out of here, not by listening to people on here tell us, if we do this, if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, if I cry loud, he said, if I cry loud, if I stand up, you ain't cried out loud about nothing that can redeem now one of these souls back to the Most High Yah. Sit down. It don't make no sense. You crying out loud don't mean nothing. You crying out loud for subscribers and likes. You ain't crying out loud in spirit and in truth. That's the only way you're eligible to claim cried out loud. You're not eligible to claim that. Furthermore, it's not even necessary. It's finished. They have to reach the core. They have to reach the end of the curse. I'm going to tell y'all something. The beginning of the curse, they actually cursed it themselves. The end of the curse, they cut it off from themselves. The only part they walking around with is the ship ain't coming over here. They didn't even look at the fact, baby, African mold you and shaped you and prepared you and roll your tail out and destroy you in many ways before they even sold you over to the people. And you missed all of that. Because when he was saying all about how the heat and a scorch and all that stuff that was going on, I said, wait a minute, that sounds like over in Africa somewhere. And it is. And we sitting here talking about the heathens and over here in this country where we at. And we have forsaken the curse itself. The curse, he says, has a beginning and an end. Why is it we do away with the beginning when he was whining, telling us not to do something, and we have done away with the end, and they have left you out here stranded, waiting for him to come, and he ain't coming. That's why it's past the 400 years, and y'all ain't heard not one person minister to y'all. Not one. You can't go back as far as you can go and get not one person ministering to you while you still here. Because you still denied the whole curse from the beginning to the end. So you're going to see the curse fulfill itself, just like the beginning. The curse is going to fulfill itself with you or without you. And that's what's scary. Because the things that's happening now, the reason why you ain't seen them and you don't see all what Sister Deborah said is because you already destroyed here. In your mental state of mind, you have been blinded from all these men killing these women and these children. You have been blinded for all this hate that these men are breathing amongst their own how would I say it? The mothers who bring forth life. Women killing their children by great numbers. It was a 15, was she 14? That wouldn't kill 2 little kids? I mean, our sons, little sons. These are monsters from the father bloodline. Because of the father, it always, y'all would never say the mother, because he knows where it all started and he knows where it all gonna end. But when it all said and done, we all going down with the ship, even the prophetess in the wilderness. This here got to be destroyed. I'm not going to deny the curse itself. I have accepted it. Why? Because I will be the one that sees what I'm saying to you all. I'm going to see you all go up against each other. It has been prophesied that the whole world is going to hate you. What's going to cause the whole world to hate you? Think, y'all. They already hated you to a certain degree, but not like the hate that our brothers have on their wives and their women, and how they have breeded. See, they breeded into other men, and that's what caused a lot of these men to go out here and killing these women. Y'all didn't know that, because you never held these men accountable. You never shout out loud against what they did. Y'all just embrace what they say and keep on going, as long as it ain't me. But it's going to be your daughter. It's going to be your son. It's going to be your husband. It's going to be your wife. It's going to be your mother. It's going to be your father, until all is destroyed. And that's when the flag is going to come. And he's going to usher us out and in to a space away from this country, so he can bring the debris down. He has to bring this country down. It has to come down according to the prophecy. So why is it we ain't going to be destroyed here, but they going to come down? It don't make sense. We got to be destroyed here. You see? So after we destroyed here, that don't mean we destroyed here. So he going to lead us from this end here, because this got to be destroyed. We totally off balance, y'all. We totally off. We like this here. If it's supposed to be this way, we like this here. We just so bent. And a lot of these, the devil's platform was created for that purpose. So you can get all these Negroes, women and men, teaching you for years and never teaching spirit and truth, because they don't have it. So they were never able to give you anything that's spirit and truth, because y'all didn't give it to them to give you. That's why they can be on this devil platform collecting subscribers and likes, because that's all they can do. That's why they end up going over into the world, dancing to the devil's music, because they can't get it any other way. They can't sit here and tell you spirit and truth. No, they ain't gonna dare sit here and try to tell you something that they really don't know. They got to tell you only the things that makes them get their mark with the devil. It is a devil platform. And you would hear them say how evil it would have to be. Look at all this evil stuff going on these platforms. So much of it. So how is this anything outside of the devil's platform? All of them. And then who do you think own it? Why isn't these people on here called it what it is? You see, because they are part of, that's when he was saying, come out of her. He's been, and you know what? I said to the father, I said, well, I know you said come out, but you don't expound on it. He said, because I know they ain't coming out, Deborah. Not here. I was like, oh, they ain't coming out here, Deborah. They gonna come out when I bring them out, but not here. They're not coming out here. You see? And that journey to where he's going to lead you out of here before it's come down, that journey alone, you're going to still be gone here. You see? And he's still going to lead you. But it's going to be a lot of them fall by the wayside before they get there. And then that's when he's going to clean you up. Throughout the journey, you're going to see a lot of them fall by the wayside. See, everybody think this thing is a game. And I hate, and I do, Father, I hate that they treat you like you a monopoly or a game that they could play. That's how they see him, as if he's somebody that got a game that they could play. And that's what they play on. And they play on the minds of the people and the sensitive or the heart of the people who really want, and they don't even understand, baby, you're the poor he talking about. In spirit, you are the him. He still got you in faith. So no matter where you at, you still his. So they can say what they want and do whatever they want to do. You just keep trusting that his will is going to be according to the way he said and not what they are saying. Because people ain't going to want to get up and get out of here with their children. A lot of people, they don't even understand. You sitting up in your house, you got thinking that you got your family secluded and all kind of spirits. Homosexual spirits, all kinds come. They don't care where you stay. They don't care where you live. They'll come in a prison house and get you. If you decide to buy a building and you're the only one in that building, they'll come up in that building and tear your tail up. I'm telling you, these demons and Satan don't have no young or old or young, male or female in mind. It has destruction and destroying, killing and stealing. That's all that he comes to do. And he know he can't kill and steal if y'all don't give him permission. So he know every time he go, God gonna give him somebody. Who I can get 9. Okay. There go 500 of them over there. And they don't even understand that. Death comes with life. Life comes with death. Okay? People, I want you to understand. People practice witchcraft and Satanism games on this platform big time. When people say something that they don't like, or people do something that they don't like, they burn bread on those people and hope for the worst for those people. Then get on this here platform and say, if they don't do this, this is what y'all gonna do, this. Want me to show you how ignorant they are? Yah does not rumble and take orders from you. No, he do not. We do not call the shot in life and death. Yeshua was telling y'all, look, that ain't for me. only one can do that is the Father in heaven. He said it over and over and over with a lot of things. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to know that the Father in heaven's got all the authority and the power. You see, we think that because we've been on this devil platform for so long, we can call shots on people. Oh, this person died because I said this or they said this. Let me tell y'all something. Before there's life, there's death. They come into the world connected. Come in just to go out. And even Yeshua would tell you, no one knows the day nor the hour, but the Father in heaven. And he is not in heaven changing people's destiny according to you. He's not that type of person. He's not going to change and take someone's life because of you or because of what somebody is doing or their sins or the way they conducted themselves. If that was the case, shouldn't all us be out of here, y'all? Come on now, be for real. We all should be out of here. Every last one of us should be out of here if that's the case. It ain't about us. We need to stop trying to use that witchcraft and that Satanism mess on people. We need to stop that. And a lot of them do it, especially the females. If they don't like something you say, they don't like something you do, they want to stir up witchcraft and Satanism to come run into your house. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And you shouldn't do that. Because that's a game, that's witchcraft. And it's real. It's realer than real. Because every time you use it, it's being built for you and yours in the days to come. And see how you handle it then. Oh, yeah, you can get away with it. Because that's one thing the devil would do. And the witchcraft will let you think your witchcraft is really working. And you want to label it as Yah. No. Yah's day coming in. And the day he got one coming out is in him. Okay? And before someone has to leave, he sent death for him for his breath of life. He don't send it to you first. What's going on? Oh, he's talking like this, or she's acting like this. She said this to you. Oh, let me send this. No, that's witchcraft. That's Satanism. That's how the devil acts. That's him all over again. So that's something people have been doing for years. Something somebody said about them, something somebody done about them, something somebody they don't like about somebody, or whatever. If you do this to me, God, Yah's gonna do this. No, you ain't that big up in Yah. Because you ain't worshiping him, you getting the praise for yourself. So how is Yah going to destroy somebody on your behalf? Don't play that. That's a witchcraft game. And it is a part of witchcraft. And if it works in your favor, it's because you're practicing witchcraft and sorcery. And you think it's okay. And it's not. Because Yah is not coming after people on our behalf. That's not how he runs. Because if that's the case, why is he saying this until they are destroyed? We are destroyed as I speak by thousands. And we ignore them because there's a form of denying. We have denied everything that he put before us and walked away as if we didn't see it, we didn't understand it, and we didn't embrace it. Even to the year 2022. And that is dangerous. So now you got these groups of people coming up and saying, I am the chosen one. Be careful. Be careful. Because another thing they don't understand about being the chosen one, there's power in those that are chosen. Okay? And if you're on there saying you're the chosen one, you best bet somebody like me, I'm going to be looking for the power. When you talking and running your mouth, show me the miracle signs and wonders. Come on now with it. Come on with it. What has happened in your life where you use that power? I can write a book. And everybody always say you need to. I can write a book about how I have used it to identify the Most High that I serve. You see? So I'm telling you, it's real, whether we accept it or not. Just like the last end of Deuteronomy until we destroy it. Once we are destroyed, that means the destroyer is coming, that's dealing with the end of the curse. That's why he said, and then he would deal with, after the Gentiles, then he would deal with us. You see? And we're thinking he's coming to take us to the promised land. No, baby, that ain't what he's talking about. That's a road, but that's the end road. That's the end game of after he has dealt with us. That's why he said he was dealing first with the whole house of Israel. You see, he's going to judge the whole house of Israel. And that's what they don't understand. They denied the judgment. They deny that too. Because they want everybody to go along with the role of the devil. Everybody wants to rumble with the devil and make everybody think it's the way the devil have got it set up. And they already know who owns the devil platform. And they still on here giving the devil his prompts and don't have no shame. Why? Why is it they don't have no shame? Why is there no guilt? Too many people following them. Nobody's questioning what they're saying. Nobody's questioning what they're doing. No one's questioning their actions, their motive, their purpose. No one's questioning anything. Which is still fine. It's over. That means it ain't nothing you can question now. It's finished. Everything is fulfilled. So the action that like I was telling you all, I'm waiting to see and hear about the two prophets. That's what I'm looking forward to, because I know that's what we're running up into. I don't know if I'm going to live to see them, but that's something I would love to see. You think I'm waiting for certain people to pass away so I can praise and get on this devil platform and make videos? No, no, because I'm gone here already. And I can tell you that. No, not fully, but I can tell you that. I wouldn't be able to tell you that if I'm constantly seeing what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing what I'm seeing. And that's what it said in Deuteronomy. You will be mad. And then this guy said, Sister Deborah, you know what mad mean? Back in the days, that means you're going to go crazy. But I said, that's what it says in Deuteronomy. It says you're going to get mad. You're going to become mad. You're going to turn mad, or you're going to get mad for the sight, the things that you see, and the sight of, I think, thereof. That means you're going to see these things and you're going to be getting crazy. And that's what's actually happening. It is being fulfilled as I speak. Because when I'm seeing this stuff, I'm like, I can't believe these people are conducting themselves that way and they don't see nothing wrong with it. No integrity, no morals, no standards, no upright, no just, no righteousness, no nothing. And they think it's all okay. They get a group of people together and they are off the chain. Next thing you know, people stabbed to death. People shot up. It's worse. It's getting, it ain't that it's, because midnight represents, it's real bad. Midnight represents, it's at the highest of darkness and wicked and evil. Why is it at the highest? And why should it be midnight, Deborah? It's because Babylon got to go down. Okay. We got to get out of here. Our curse has to be fulfilled. Okay. But us running around here, seeing this stuff going on and denying the curse thereof, well, now it's time for us to see it. We're going to see it now. Everywhere we go, even in our household, we're going to see it just as plain. And this is what people are saying. I don't know if y'all know this. People are saying they think something is going on. It got to be the shot. Oh, something is going on. It's got to be the stuff that people are smoking, and the weed and the food. It's stuff they put in our food, or it's something they put in our water. Who gives a rat's behind when my Father has already prophesied the beginning of the curse to the end? So I don't care what nobody put in, nothing. His word is going to be fulfilled. Okay? So these are the reason everybody is saying why is us as a people are out here doing all these crazy things and make videos about people saying stuff like that. They have every right to say it because it has been prophesied that everybody are going to, the whole world is going to hate us. And we giving them the just reason to. They're going to have a reason to hate us. But guess what? They're going to be hated when the country is caved in. But don't forget, he didn't say the United States only going to be hating the four corners. So the media is going to show what we're doing, and they're doing it by great numbers. And nobody is saying nothing. They got us on platforms, cutting up from the Forbes, shooting, robbing, stabbing, babies, kids, women. They putting them on Facebook, Twitter. They showing everything. Black people are killing nationwide so it can be put up. So they showing it all over the country how we're conducting ourselves. So that what they're saying is this here. We better get ready because these people are off the chain. They are gone. They are gone. But they haven't mastered the book with the Ruach HaKodesh. They don't know spirit and truth, that we are really gone. The people themselves don't know that you are really gone. You really are. Because that's the end game of the curse. And they walking around here doing stuff and they seeing this stuff. They see it in you and you can't even see it in yourself. I know you say, well, but the heathens doing, but they said this and they just want to make us, baby. Let me tell you something. His curse is going to stand. Sister Deborah is a prophetess in the wilderness, and I can see it from the wilderness as well as right here on these platforms. I see it with my own eyes. Because at first, about almost a year and a half ago, no, it ain't even been a year. It's probably been a year when the father said, I said, yeah, they putting us on all these platforms, and these brothers don't see. They got them pinned all over the place, all over the world, showing what we doing, and we can't even see what we doing. He said, you know what? It's prophesied, Deborah. It's prophesied. But then you know what he said to me? Deborah, calm down. This need be. The question to you is this: are they doing these things that they are putting on the four corners, on the media? Are these people, that's your people, are they doing these things? I had to shut up. And I had to say it. I said, Father, I see where you're coming from. They're actually doing these things. These things are actually being done by us as a people. And another scapegoat is they doing it. They doing it. Okay. How long you gonna say that until everybody in your household is going to be trying to take each other's lives and doing very evil and wicked things at its highest? To where not one mother's not going to be able to say nothing to son ain't going to be able to say nothing to mother, sister ain't going to be able to say nothing to brother, father's gone on, they gone. They just ain't no hope for them, because they all leaving out the household and they think they got it going on. They out there trying to be whoremongers. Okay, they trying to collect women and wives, and they don't even understand them wives. Or like the father showed me, he said they're tampering with each other. They're having feelings for each other. So all that stuff that they thinking they doing, and they serving the Most High Yah, all that demonic mess is in their own house. That's why I said don't ever think that you somewhere somebody else ain't, or you got something that everybody else don't. Because when it all said and done, he said, until we are destroyed. That means you, your children, your wife, your husband are destroyed no matter where you at. And because those are the ones that he's going to steal. When the time to come, even though they destroyed here, he's still going to lead them out of here to fulfill his promise. You see what I'm saying? And on their way to the promised land, many going to fall through the wayside. Because until they hit that promised land, right when they hit that promised land is where he's going to cleanse and wash and give a new name and give a who. He ain't gonna give you that on the journey. No, he ain't giving you that on the journey. You too gone here. He ain't finna give you that. He can clean that up at any time, but he ain't finna give you that. He's gonna wait till he gets you to the promise and then clean you there. He's not gonna clean you it outside somewhere else. He's gonna get you there, and then that's where you're gonna clean. But the journey going there will be just like them going through the sea, he parted the sea and they was on their way there. Remember the moment they got there, they started going K-Wild, and who they really were started to show up and show out. And then when they got on that land, it was really a mess. So they're going to fall through the wayside going to the promised land this time. Those that's not going to be a part of the small remnant, they're going to fall to the wayside. So I say to you all, don't be aware of the fake chosen ones. They're coming in sheep clothing. They are wolves. They're not representing your Most High Yah, because he ain't getting the glory. He ain't getting the praise. He ain't getting the honor. And he's due that in season and out of season. He's entitled. Okay. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate everybody in the live chat with tuning in. And I appreciate you all. And I love you all. And I say unto you, I hope you got something out of this, and do your search and find out the it's 3 different chosen ones, because the devil has his chosen ones too to follow him. You see, that's his whole thing. He got his, his has been chosen to follow him. And then you have the chosen ones, which is the elects of the Most High Yah. And then you have the chosen children. Okay. It's not what a lot of them are out there telling you. So do your little search, do your own study, but stick to the corner. Corner represents surrendering to the Most High Yah. Bring in the repentance for your forefather and for your fathers today, because they are loaded with sin. Because Yah say, they are worser than their forefathers. And when he said they are worser, he's letting you know the men are worser. We don't want to hear that. See, that's the thing about the women in their weakness. They weak because they are evil, because they don't think that the Most High Yah's word is true. They think that, oh, it has to be taught by a man to make it a lie for them to believe that it is the truth. But the truth of the matter, if he said we are worser than our forefathers, he ain't talking about you women. He's telling you the men. See, because the men have denied from the beginning. Okay, everything has been denied and flipped. Okay, only thing that's solid and very solid is Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. Okay, and after then you start to hear man making statements about a lot of things. So now the reason why the Ruach had to come is to fulfill that which has gotten off course, and to bring the fullness back to those who have been chosen to walk down here therein, to make sure that they get back to be back into the bosom of the Most High Yah. Okay, so a lot of us thinking that everybody's going to be going, the Catholics, the Christians, the Jehovah Witness, everybody saying it's them that's going, and everybody else going to the lake of fire. So see how crazy that sounds. But I don't get caught up in that, because I already know the spirit and truth of that matter. So I don't let that mean anything. So stick with being aware. And if you all see people, it's good to hear them saying that they are chosen one, but you listen to them, and you will hear them start to say the things that they have done that causes the family to reject them. Okay, and just because people have done things and a family have rejected them still does not mean that they're not the chosen. But you got to understand, a lot of people will call themselves the chosen because they have chosen to work for the devil, and they wants to make people think that they are the chosen for the Most High or higher. And that's not true. So be careful with that, because that's something that's booming now. I don't know where they're getting that from. In this day and time, baby, you better be trying to repent. You better be trying to get in that corner and surrender. This ain't about you being identified as the chosen one. Oh, this devil know how to take this platform and make it all about him. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you all, I love you all, and I thank you all for tuning in, and I will be back. So I say, have a good night, and shalom and shalom.